Back then, and when I say back then, that wasn't that long ago, probably 2010, 2011, 2012, right? Back then, if you place a song on the album and the album goes to store, now you could go in and buy the album out of the store. Or your fan base or the artist fan base could go to the store. What up, Fabian? Or the artist fan base could go to the store and buy the album. As a result of them buying the album, you get a piece of that mechanical royalties. That's called mechanical royalties. They actually had to have a mechanical machine to print the CD out. They had to have a machine to print the album cover. They had to have a machine to do the shrink wrapping and all this stuff, right? Mechanical royalties. So, as a result of the people going out to buy the album in the stores, us producers, us songwriters, everybody that had a piece of the album got a piece of the mechanical sale, right? We got a piece of it, as well as the performing rights to the song. Performing rights would be now the streaming and all that kind of stuff. The performing rights, right? Or if they go out and they go out and like if Eminem sung the song I produced or off of that album or the Recovery album, or the Bad Meets Evil album, if he did perform that song, I get a piece of that. Performing rights, the performing rights to the song. Now, all we got is performing and streaming. That's the only money that we got now. So now, let's go to here. And Welcome to the Mad Lucrative Podcast. I'm the host, the one and only Magneto 7 in the building. I am here, but I'm late. I'm mad late, but I'm here. Everybody on Patreon, what up? Thank you. Everybody on YouTube, thank you. This is episode 161. I don't know why it's so difficult for me to remember which episode number we on, but anyway, welcome. It's been a lot going on in these streets. I appreciate. Let me first thank the YouTube guys. I heard everything that y'all was saying, and I paid attention to it, and I'm taking heed to what y'all said. Y'all know it's a YouTube God, right? The YouTube God be like, yo, if you talk about this, I ain't gonna let nobody see it. And I'm like, for real? They like, yeah, for real. So everybody that's on YouTube that's tuning in right now, what's been happening is if y'all look at some of my older videos, not really like older, but like the past couple of weeks, when we started talking, I'm scared to even mention election. I don't even want to mention nothing about that. I'm gonna say E, and I'm gonna say K, and I'm gonna say T. I don't want to mention nothing about no nothing, because what's been happening is as soon as I mention what's going on, what's currently going on, and keep in mind, I'm not going to say the word because I'll be like, the algorithm be like, I got you. You said it again. No, I didn't say nothing. No, I didn't. So they've been really stomping on the algorithm. I just saw the chat over here on, I just see the chat over here on the little joint. That's cool. I've never seen this chat the whole time. Am I live on IG right now? Y'all let me know. Because I didn't think I was still live on IG. But if I am, great. That's awesome. All right. But yeah, what's been going on? They've been suppressing the algorithm like a mug. So I appreciate, because I did not mention the K, the T, or the E. None last week. They were like, yo, we're going to send some people over there just for you, big dog. I said, thank you, because I need it. I'm trying to sell sponsorships. I got to sell some ads. Not ASS, I'm talking about ADS, ads. You got to put the D on it. So anyway. Mikhail, what's going on? What up? What is it? E305. I guess we go ahead and do shout outs right quick. We'll go ahead and do shout outs, then we'll start the show. E305, what up? Trey Kelly, what up? I just played, everybody on YouTube, y'all need to just watch the joint live if y'all not watching here live, or go subscribe to Patreon, because this joint was fire. But we're going to talk about it in a minute. What is this? Hunt Hunting Muse Bring. What up? I think I said that right. I have no IG chat, so everybody that was watching this on IG, what's up? Big Hamp, what up? I just saw you on Facebook. What up, dog? Angela, what's up? Jacob, what's good? DJ, what up, big dog? Big Eric, what up, dog? And I see two people on this other chat, whatever this, I don't even know what chat this is. I see the two people on the other chat. What's good? How y'all doing? I need to figure out a way. I got to figure out a way to pull up like all of the feeds at one time. But anyway, what's up? Welcome. This week I've been working on all R&B music with Trey Kelly. Also, let me go ahead and start the pod by telling y'all this. What's going on right now? I told y'all I'm in the middle of reworking the whole platform, so there will be changes on the Mad Lucrative Network. As of right now, I'm going to be adding more studio sessions. So all of my Lucrative community people, all of my producers, singers, songwriters, anybody that's like wanting to do music, I'm putting the sessions up on YouTube as we speak. So every week I'm gonna hit y'all with a session every week. And every week I'm doing a live session. So if y'all want to tune into the live session, come through. Also, it's a lot going on. I feel good, man. And I'm feeling good. Some more changes going on. We just did the pre-show. Pre-show is for Patreon. I'm also going to be doing a post-show. I'm also going to be doing the post-show for everybody on Instagram. So if you ain't following me on all the platforms, you're going to miss something. The post-show is more so going to be for everybody that's intrigued and trying to figure out what they could do to either better their businesses, because I'm heavy in marketing. And it's going to be talking about like different brands and music questions or whatever. It's Q&A. The post show is gonna be all Q&A. So if you ain't following me, again, I know y'all watching this on YouTube right now. I know you're watching this on YouTube, but if you ain't following me on IG, you're gonna be missing out on the post show. And the post show is really just to add value to all of my followers or all of my supporters. I'll say that. I don't believe in people following people. Like if you're here with me in the live, if you share any of my posts, if you came to any of my studio sessions, if you bought any of my merch, which the link is in the bio, but if you bought anything from me, you are a supporter of my platform. So therefore, I want to make sure I support you in some form or fashion. So again, the post show is going to be right after I shoot the podcast. So after this, come on over to Instagram. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. If you want to like cam up and we talk on camera, I welcome all of it. All right. So anyway, welcome again to 161. That was like 10 minutes of intro. I know, golly. All right, but anyway, there's been a lot going on in these streets. I've had a lot of people sending me the E talking about T and K. Y'all gotta follow me. The E, right? What's going on? What's supposed to happen in November? The E, and talking about T. Y'all know who that is, and K. Y'all know who that is. I'm not mentioning none of this. I'm officially not talking about no more P. No more P. I'm not, because what's been happening, I think honestly, people do want to hear my perspective, but my perspective ain't worth killing that algorithm. Hello. What good is it having a podcast if don't nobody see it? What good is it having a pod if don't nobody see it? But anyway, I'll stay in my zone. So today we're going to be talking a lot about just a little bit of pop culture, something that was really puzzling to me. And I'm going to start with this. Because I have been a rebuker of the sexy red train. I'd be like, oh, she's a hood rat, right? But I still protect black women. I don't just protect black women. I protect all women. Asian women, white women, African women, because they technically don't think they're black. That's like Africans, a whole different. But anyway, African women, Mexican women, Dominican women. I protect. I'm a protect and serve type of guy, right? But I've been on the sexy red hate train for like at least about a year, roughly. About a year I've been on the hate train. And not hate from the standpoint of her being a woman, just hate from the standpoint of what the music stands for. If you look at my shirt, I'm going to move the mic aside. If you're looking at this on YouTube, look at my shirt says, do what? It says, no more, no Stop making poverty music. For me, that sexy red music is poverty music. Poverty music is anything that does not add value to a community of people. And that when I say a community of people, I'm not just talking about black people. I'm not just talking about white people. I'm just talking about people in general. If your music takes a certain stance and it shines light on a certain thing, and then as I know the music business, what they're going to do, they always pick up a certain type of artist and they broadcast them loud, real quick, real loud, real quick. So what happens? They'll say, all right, what's the most hoodest chick that could be represented in all of the regions? So they're going to find like somebody like Megan Thee Stallion, which she ain't hood. She just graduated from college with a degree in nursing or something like that. She's not hood. So anyway, I digress, but we talking. They'll pick a Megan Thee Stallion, broadcaster, loud. All of the accomplishments that she's doing as far as like the school and stuff like that, she has to put that out there herself because the label is not going to back that. That's not saying this is what we want you to promote as a result of being an artist signed to us. They're not going to promote that part. So she has to post that on social media and somewhat bring some type of balance to the image. Because if you look at the image that the label is going to keep sending, it's like ass, bounce, right? Right? That's what the label is going to do every time. I already know y'all going to tell me up in the chat. But it's what it is. So then I think about everybody else. Just think about it. All of the women that I'm currently naming, they got some sense. They got good sense. You think about Kaya. I think Kaya got some type of brand going on. But I'm going back. I'm going way back. You think about Kaya. You think about Trina. You think about who else was represented in that space? Lil' Kim. You think about Foxy Brown. Everybody was pushed to sell sexy. Sex sells. That's what they would keep saying. Sex sells. You gotta show some boob. You gotta do this. For me, if you're really an artist and you're really about that creativity and you're really about some real content, you don't have to show boob. You don't have to say my pussy hair pink. Booty hole brown. You don't have to do that. Like if you're truly talented, you don't have to do that. So when you put a song out like my booty hole brown, my pussy pink, as a man, I'm like, that's true. That is probably great. Captain Crunch. It's probably great. Like, right? Who couldn't stand a little bit of pink? You know what I mean? Who couldn't stand a little bit of you want to grip on all of this stuff? It sounds great. But in retrospect, when you put that on a record, and think about me, I have 2 daughters, right? I have 2 daughters. Was I a street dweller back in the day when I was in college? Sure. Y'all like I said, street dweller, right? Y'all can take it to not belong to the streets, not a hoe, not a thought, none of that stuff. Just a street dweller. You was a street dweller. I was a street dweller back in the day, right? And everybody would tell me back in the day, if you are a street dweller, you probably gonna have, if you're a woman that was a street dweller, you probably gonna have some boys. If you're a dude that was a street dweller, you probably gonna have some daughters, right? That's how it went. So granted, I have 2 daughters. That lets you know I was really good at being a street dweller. But anyway, I just look at how music affects people, the mindset, right? The mindset. So now going back to Sexy Red, I just saw this clip and I'm gonna play this for y'all. And this changed my perception of her. And then we still in the intro. But this changed my perception of her right here. Listen to this.
What's up, Yak? I seen your post. Don't love you if you ain't got no money for them. I said, I feel you, Yak. It's okay. We finna go on tour. Them hoes. You gonna thug with me, okay? We both got some money. We gonna thug. We gonna have fun. Fuck them broke hoes. I'm gonna turn you up. Thank you.
And that's all it was. Right there. Oh yeah, then she said something about Indian hair, but it's her real hair that's showing in the video. It ain't no wig. It ain't all the stuff that the label will put on. It's just a natural pretty chick. She ain't ugly at all. So I was like, okay, I'm confused. I've been confused for a little bit because I know a lot of people do a lot of things for money, right? I get it. A lot of people do a lot of stuff for money. If you've never touched 100,000, you'll do anything for 100,000. If you have never touched 1,000,000, you'll do anything for 1,000,000. I get it, right? But now I'm just thinking in retrospect, like, yo, seeing how this one little video, and this is why people like me need to have podcasts. That one little video, everybody that's watching this on YouTube, what happened was Kodak Black put a post up and said, now I understand nobody gives a F about me if I ain't paying bills. Lonely as F out here, bro. That's what Kodak Black said. And then that was what I just played was Sexy Red's response to what Kodak Black said, right? So she's pretty much said like, I feel you. Let's get together. Let's go turn up, whatever. Let's go on tour. Let's do something. That's in their terms. Like, that's just like, yeah, let's vibe out, whatever. I like that. That made me understand that she ain't all of the ratchet facade and like even the lipstick line. And why would you have a gonorrhea color for a lipstick line? Like that just, it feeds the animal. It feeds a certain negative image where now some of the high school chicks that might think it's just funny, which it is funny. And I know before I seriously, I know a lot of people, we grown now, we grown. I get that. From a 40-year-old man, I get it, right? But why would we encourage somebody putting a gonorrhea or syphilis colored lipstick color on their lips? Why would we encourage that? That's just weird to me, right? So then I go back, right? I'm looking at how she responded to Kodak Black. It seemed like a sincere, pretty, cute chocolate girl, right? Or bronze, or golden. I know most of my sisters will be like, don't say chocolate. That's so played. We golden. I'm bronze, right? I get it. All right, all of that. I'm with all of that. I'm with you because you with me. I'm with you because you with me. Right? Olive branch. But yo, I'm just looking like this was so refreshing to let me know that she's a woman. She's a young lady growing into a woman, right? And I don't expect her to get it all right. But what I would like to encourage, if she ever watched the pod, if she ever watched any of the pod, what I would encourage is this. I think that we are past the stage where people have to do things for money, right? And when I say people have to do things for money, like, I think there are enough people that really want to hear Rhapsody style rap. And y'all know who Rhapsody is. If y'all know who Rhapsody is, then I could play something in a few. But people are missing that real girthy content. They're missing it because what's happening is a lot of social media is going to just continue to push ass. And then some people would like to say, because I know before y'all chime in on YouTube, some people would like to say, well, it's not really the social media, it's the artist. And then some people say, well, it's not really the artist, it's the label. And then people everybody likes to point fingers at the guilty party, but everybody is guilty. This is how everybody is guilty. Y'all should let me know. Everybody on YouTube, y'all should let me know my joint was out. Give me a second. All right, there we go. But everybody is guilty. Everybody is guilty at some part of this, on some level. I'm going to tell you how. What a label would say is, well, if the people are buying it, why would we change the concept? Like if they bought, and this, for real, this is how they think. If they bought Little Kim and Foxy Brown back in the day, why would we just sign 1,000 more Little Kims and Foxy Browns? What is the nastiest thing that they could say? And then they just go through writing sessions. All of the stuff that we hear now, those songs don't come up by mistake. People like me, which I don't shop those type of songs, but people in the studios and in the creative space, we write the songs and produce the songs and send it to artists like a Sexy Red in hopes that the song gets placed. If the song gets placed, then that music now gets picked up by the label. If the label picks it up, they co-sign it, whatever. Now they start going into marketing. They're going to shoot the visuals for it. They're going to come up with some type of marketing campaign. The marketing campaign for an album now could be a lipstick line. Ta-da. Right? So that whole gonorrheas, the syphilis colors, the herpes color, whatever she had as far as the lipstick line, all of that is marketing. She didn't come up with that. There was a marketing company that probably would have came in, and I don't know who she signed to, but there was a marketing company that came in and said, hey, this based off of her fan base and based off of the stuff that she likes to rap about, these are the colors of the lipstick line that she should put out. And then as a result of that, they put out a gonorrhea syphilis colored lipstick line. She didn't do this. All she did was just co-sign it and hold it up and say, this is my lipstick line. Ha ha ha. Right. That's all that happens. So, yes, part of it is the label's fault, but part of it is the people that's buying the music. If y'all want better music, and I'm talking to my women that like to watch the pod. If y'all want better music that really reflects morals and the character that you live in and the things that you believe in and the family and ethics and code and all, if you believe in certain things, stop listening to that type of music. If you stop listening to that type of music, now the label has nobody that they can market to. Now they don't have nobody they can market to. So what happens? Now they go find somebody like a Rhapsody or a new version of a Queen Latifah or a new version of a Lady Rage or a new version of a Rod Digger. They go find these artists because they'll see, okay, based off of the market, the women ain't buying this no more. Why they not buying it? Now they got to change their business model to fit the thing that you like to buy. But it's all up to us to figure out what it is that's acceptable. It's up to us to figure out what it is that's acceptable. So speaking of what's acceptable, on to the next subject, Vlad TV. So I watched this. I watched the back and forth on TikTok between Marlon Wayans and Vlad from Vlad TV, and I think it's funny, right? So if I got to catch y'all up. So what's going on is this: Marlon Wayans and Vlad, I guess they were setting up an interview, and Vlad was talking about how much he felt like Marlon was worth. Marlon Wayans wanted to charge 40 G's for an interview, which I think that's dope. If he could get it, I love it. And this is something else I'm going to talk about before we talk about the actual back and forth. I never feel like people lose value. I don't feel like people lose value. I'm always going to respect somebody for what they contributed to a certain arena, whether that's from music business, whether that's from technology, food chains, churches, anything. Whoever contributed to certain things, I'm gonna respect them for the things that they contributed, right? So just like if I wanted to get like who would be a good one? Ricky Lake. If I wanted to get a Ricky Lake interview, and Ricky Lake said, I'm charging $40,000. I'm going to say, I see that is, you're worth 40 and more. You are definitely worth 40 and more, but I can afford this. Can you do this? Right? I would play it like that. And if she said no, I'm not going to go back and forth and start putting her out on social media and say, she ain't going to do this. Who is she? She washed up. I don't care who you think she is. She knows who she is. Right? Same thing with me. If somebody asks me for a beat, right? And I say, yeah, the beat $1,500. And they know I got Eminem plaques. They know I got Ice Cube plaque. They know I got all these plaques to show that I'm a producer, right? A credible producer. And I say $1,500. If they say no, I'm not gonna. Why would I go back and forth? Why would they go back and forth online and say, well, no, Nito said he ain't gonna. This is stupid. But anyway, Vlad is going back and forth with Marlon Wayans talking about not wanting to pay $40,000 for the interview request. And I guess the question that I want to ask y'all is, what do you feel like an interview is worth? Did y'all even know that people get paid for interviews? Did y'all even know people get paid for interviews? That's how it works. I think Charleston White just finished talking about how when he first started to get hot on socials, he was charging people like $2,500 for an interview. So I was like, okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So let me see. Let's see. Marvin found somebody agree. See, okay, so I just saw that part don't make that don't make it any better. So, all right, so Angela said Marlon Wayne has found somebody that Marlon Wayne is no Vlad. Okay, Vlad said Marlon Wayne has found 200 people that agree with them. Laugh out loud. Nobody on earth is going to pay Marlon Wayans $40,000 for an interview. He's getting 100,000, 300,000 views for anybody to pay attention on the platform. This guy's really delusional. I saw that. So this is the thing. Who decides who's worth? Now we could say, okay, we could say the market. We could say the market can decide the worth. But if the interview is worth it to you, if it's worth it to you, that's what you pay. The price is the price. And now this is another thing. This is where I get spicy. I like the fact that Marlon Wayans, he probably would charge somebody less than that. He probably would charge about 5 G's, 10 G's, something like that for an interview. He probably do something like that. But Marlon could be one of the people that said Vlad has been out here raping the community. We have to mute that word. He has been out here getting the culture back to back to back to back. He been having all of the rappers come up on his platform and indict themselves. He's been having all these people come on his platform and make themselves look crazy. That's what I could assume. I could assume Marlon would be saying that about Vlad. So therefore, henceforth, if you want to interview for me, it's going to be 40 G's. I can see that. If I were him, I would do the same thing. So let's see what y'all say. All right, bro, come on. You know Marlon is not worth 40,000. See, that's the thing. Depending on what a worth is a worth based on the person's character? Is the worth based on what the person brings to the platform and the payout? Or is it like a legacy interview? So this, because I look at it like this. Let's put worth on this whole thing, all right? Let's put worth on it. Let's say I had Marlon Wayans. No, I don't want to do Marlon. I like Marlon, but I don't want to do Marlon. I want to do a Wayans. Let's say I want to have Keenan Ivory Wayans. I want to have Keenan Ivory Wayans come on the show, and I want to interview him, right? For me personally, I'm going to pay top dollar. I'm going to pay as much as I can pay, as much as I can afford to get him on this platform. Because this is the thing. All of the gems and all the information that Keenan Ivory Wayans could give me, all of the information that he could give me is worth way more than he would probably charge. And I'm looking at it in retrospect. Let's say I am a person, because my platform is called the Mad Lucrative Network, right? The Mad Lucrative Network. That's what my platform is called. Let's say I want to build my Mad Lucrative Network to the point where we could get it like and live in color, and that I could start licensing out the Mad Lucrative Network to a Fox network, or I can license out the Mad Lucrative Network to a Netflix, right? I want to license it out. And when I say network, I want to license it out. No, more like Hulu. Say I want to license the Mad Lucrative Network out to Hulu. What that looks like is this. Y'all know if all y'all go on Hulu right now, and you go through different shows and all that kind of stuff, right? You realize that you have an ABC tab, you got a NBC tab, you got a Discovery Channel tab, you got all of these tabs. Those are networks. You click on the network. Now we got all of these shows that consist of National Geographics. You got the DIY stuff. You got the house renovation stuff. All this stuff is under one particular network. But that network licensed out the rights to use certain content on Hulu. So let's say I want to do something like that, right? I'm going to ask Keenan Ivory Wayans those questions. How can I get the Mad Lucrative Network over on so-and-so? What does that consist of? What's the money look like? What I need to look out for? What kind of people do I need to hire as far as staff goes? What does the check and balances look like? What does it look like to manage the talent that's on the show? I'm going to ask these questions, and all of those questions that he answered could make me 10 million. It could make me 20 million. Right? So that's how I look at the value like that. I think a lot of people just got it misconstrued. They look at, and this is the stupid part. Everybody looks at the thing from a streaming standpoint, and streaming is the cheapest version of content. Streaming is the cheapest version of getting money from content. The cheapest version. So the fact that the fact that Glad was doing that, I'm like, yo, that's nasty work. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. Let me see. Let's read the chat. What y'all say? I don't have an issue with paying whatever somebody's willing to pay, whatever somebody's willing to charge me. But the fact is the facts. If he can't bring in a certain amount of viewers on my platform, why would I pay that much for an interview? Again, I just told that's some. Maybe you typed that before I got off on my rant, but that's my point. That's the point right there. Everybody can charge what they feel like charging. You can charge what you feel like charging, and if somebody, I think that's the real issue right there. That's the real issue. Some of these platforms are hard up and they depend on the money to get certain things done. Yo, get in a better position. That's the only thing I can say. Get in a better position. If you can't figure out a way to make more money, if you can't figure out a way to get more people to work for you, if you can't figure out a way to make more coverage with your content, do better. Try harder, work harder. All right, let's go. All right, let's go here. Let's go here next. Over to Tyrese. Over to Tyrese. So I saw Tyrese on the Breakfast Club, and I got the clip. I had the clip. Yo, Darius, can you resend me the clip? I don't see the clip in my inbox. Resend me the clip right quick, and we're gonna talk about it. But I just saw Tyrese on the Breakfast Club, and if you can't find it, it's fine. It's gonna be quick. I just saw Tyrese on the Breakfast Club, and he's talking about men having a space to be vulnerable, right? Y'all know the majority of my platform consists of 80% men. It is a sausage party every day, all the time, every day of the week, right? This is the thing. Do we think that this is a surprise? Do we really feel like this is a surprise that men don't have a safe place to cry, be heard, be seen? And this is the other side. This is the other side of this. Where everybody's needs does have to be met, whether that's a woman, the man, even the concept of happy life, happy wife, right? I like some of it. Some of it it's a cool fantasy world. It's a cool fantasy world. But in actuality, everybody has to feel appreciated. Everybody has to feel loved. Everybody has to feel seen, right? And I ain't gonna lie, like I'm going into next year's gonna be 14 years of marriage? It's 14 or 15 years. I've been in it for a minute. But I will say there have been certain time periods where men feel lost in the sauce. You feel like you are just you're just support and nothing else. You're not checked on, how you feeling, how you doing. And this is a thing. This is the thing. It's not necessarily about, it's not about, hey, my king, oh my king, my this is my queen, my da. No, it's just basic stuff. Basic stuff. How you doing today? How you doing today? Do you feel seen? Do you feel heard? Is it something that we need to talk about? Is it something that needs to be addressed? I think that is the hard part. For the majority of dudes, that's the hard part of it right there. What up, Lil? I just see Lil something. What up? That's the hard part for dudes. Having a space. Just a space. And let me see. Darius says that's exactly what happened to me. That's why I'm not married now. So this is the thing. I've been seeing a lot of clips, and maybe that's my algorithm. Maybe my algorithm keep throwing me some gems, right? They throwing me some nuggets. But I don't see anybody in a marital situation. The old school, get it out the mud married people, those people. I don't see a lot of those people helping the younger generation understand what seasons look like, right? Because this is the thing. When it comes to business, and TikTok, I see I'm gonna have to do a little screen swipe thing in a minute. There we go. Give me a second, y'all. I have to do this every time on TikTok. I don't know why they did this, but anyway, it's not enough for the older people giving the gems out, helping the younger people understand what seasons look like, right? Because this is how, and I imagine it. And any of the women that's in the chat, y'all can chime in. Y'all let me, yeah, you on it. Let me know what y'all think. But I think what happens with the women, with the men. I'm a man, so we start with the men first. I think with the man, when you first start to think about marriage, or you're not in marriage, when you think, did you just found the one? A terrible sadness can come over you. A terrible sadness and excitement at the same time. It's sad and excitement at the same time. Because for a dude, a real man, like I consider myself a real man, right? For a man, we understand the sacrifice part of marriage. We understand that, yo, I found the one. Oh my God, I found the one. Jeez. The one for a dude means you have the ability, or there's a possibility of death. That's how a man, like a real man that really supports and believes in family. That's what we think first. If we found the one and we're settling down, well, and not even settling down, we found the one that we want to do life with. We understand that this is the death of me. This is the part of me where, okay, it's a possibility if something came up and a gunman came in the house, or a gunman came outside, and he sees you, your wife, your kids. The real man, he's gonna step up and be like, yo, nah, you ain't doing that. You're gonna try to fight the dude, whatever. Or you might just step in front of the bullet and take the bullet. We understand that that's what being the man and being the protector and being the provider, that's what that means for us. So when all of that's taken away, and well, not even taken away, when the severity and the importance of that is taken away, and we get looked at as just some you're just the guy, you're the husband, but you're just the guy. When we get looked at like that, that's when the issue comes up. The lack of appreciation, the lack of understanding, the lack of nurturing. When that happens, but then now we got to take it to the flip side. For the dudes, I don't think y'all understand, especially if you're in my age group. Let's see, the 30 to 40, 45-year-old, like in that age group. If you're in there and you're pursuing a woman right now, you have to understand that if she grew up in a single parent whole situation, the mom had to be strong. The mother had to be strong, right? Appreciate you joining, yo, Sharon. Thank you for joining. But dudes, the mom had to be strong. If she was the single parent mother, what else do you think she had to do? She had to provide. She had to pay the bills. She had to pay the rent. She had to pay the mortgage. She had to pay for everything. She had to pay for clothes. She had to pay for food. She had to pay for the gas. Then she had to find somewhere in there to be a woman. Somewhere in there, she had to figure out how to be a woman. After doing all of these masculine activities, right? That's a single parent mother. Growing up a single parent daughter. Right? Then she meets you. How do you think that dynamic's going to be? She grew up under a strong woman, so that's what it was. Now, you have to take this into consideration. If your woman grew up in a two-parent household, and the dad was handling business, he's doing his thing. He out there in the streets handling work, getting that bag, right? The mother at the house that was raising your wife currently was probably neglected because Pop was out there getting that bag. She probably felt like she wasn't seen because Pop was out there getting that bag. When he came home from getting the bag, now he's tired. He wants to feel respected and appreciated. Think about all these dynamics. I'm not a counselor. I'm a business coach, but I'm not a counselor. But I just think about things in this context. If everybody has felt like they were neglected or overlooked at some point in time, and now they raised you the offspring, what do you think? What type of person do you think you are for the person that you're with? Think about it from that standpoint. What type of person do you think you are? Because for me, same thing. My mother grew up. I grew up in a single parent household. My pops wasn't there, but I had my granddaddy. That was the male figure of the household. I had my granddaddy, but my pops wasn't there. So what do you think that did for my mom? My mom had to now assume a masculine position, raise me to the best of her ability, and now put me out there to be the adult. We have to think all these things through, right? And this takes me to the divorce conversation. Granted, I think if you've been married over, people be getting divorced after 2 years. They ain't got nothing. But if you've been married over 10 years, I'm sure you've probably thought about it at some point. It was one of those plaguing thoughts at some point. You can't tell me that you done went 10 years in a marriage and they ain't thought about divorce. You have thought about it at some point in time. Or if I wasn't with this person, what would happen? Just phrasing it different. Same thing. Divorce is the cousin to what I belong to the streets. It's the cousins, right? So if you've thought about that, and this is my mature married couples, if you thought about that and you did not act on the move, what helped you not act on the move? What helped you not act on it? I'm going to tell you what's helping me currently. What's helping me is I just see how much money got to go out the house. I got to pay child support, alimony, another mortgage. But no, like honestly, I think people aren't thinking everything through. Everything is not necessarily a financial choice. Everything is not a financial choice. Some things you just have to put yourself in the other's position and try to understand it, like really dissect it. Because what most people would think, and I'm sure, what up, John? I'm sure a lot of people might look at our situation and think it's the perfect. You like Bonnie and Clyde. You produce and she sing and da 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 da. No, it be that's work. That's work. The work is making sure that I'm not overlooking her needs, as far as not necessarily just like everybody would think of the needs of a partner from a sex looks, like all of this, the surfacey stuff. People would think about a relationship from that standpoint. I don't think about it like that. That is a part of it. Right? That is a part of it. You want to make sure you maintain your body for you and your partner. You want to make sure you try to keep some type of healthy mindset for you and your partner. You want to make sure that you can keep some good conversation, right? I think a lot of the times when people just hurry up and throw away relationships, the conversational elements of a relationship gets lost. And it's easy to do. It's very easy to do when you're a focused individual. It's very easy to do. Like this. This is one thing. I see something on Facebook. My bad. Being a focused individual costs a lot. It costs a whole lot. Sometimes it'll cost you family time. Sometimes it'll cost you relationship time. Sometimes it costs a lot. It costs a lot. So I think putting things into perspective, go back to the Tyrese conversation. When I saw Tyrese on, and no problem, Darius, no problem. I saw that you couldn't send me the link. And I think something going on with the internet down here. So we're still figuring it out. We're still figuring it out down here. But anyway, going back to the Tyrese conversation. When I saw Tyrese on the Breakfast Club, in between crying and then keeping a straight face to a certain extent, and then going back to crying a little bit, and then trying to I don't think people really understand how much work it is to be a human. I don't think, not even just a human, for a dude, coming from a man's standpoint, I don't think people understand how hard it is to maintain a certain posture in a community and in a space where you got to be that dude. You got to be the top dog. You got to be, why you crying, bro? And this is dudes from dude to dude to woman. Like, why you crying, bro? Why you like what you crying about? I don't think people understand the severity of this. Because this is one thing. I know women go through their thing too, but now we talking about dudes right now. We talking about dudes right now. As a man, and I can do a breakdown from 20 to 30, from 30 now into 40. I can give you a whole breakdown. I can't give you 40 to 50. I ain't got that yet. But from 20 to 30, and I'm sure a lot of it is figuring it out stage. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what type of thing that I actually want to do. Where do I belong? Where do I belong? What is my skill set? What makes me happy? What gets me charged up? What gives me the energy to keep going? What gives me all it? Right? That's what a dude be thinking about. So then at some point, if you end up going through college or you end up getting a job or whatever, you start making money, but you're making money from the standpoint of, all right, I'm doing this right now for the setup to do something later, right? This is set up to do something later. And then you get to your 30s. 30s come, and if you get married, you find a nice woman, you get married, you do all this stuff. The traditional things that the society says you should do. You do all of these things. You get the woman. You got somewhat of a career. What happens is the responsibility of everything overshadows the dream at some point. The responsibility overshadows anything that would have made you technically happy. It overshadows it. So now you just start working. You start getting to work. And then if you see anybody like Tyrese, I imagine, you had to get this. You got to get this movie. You got this bill to pay. You got to get this movie. You got to get this bill to pay. She left. Why you leaving? Why you leaving? This is how it, I'm telling you, this is so cold. I didn't even think about it like this till now. From a Tyrese standpoint, you're a singer. And he met her as a singer. And I'm talking about his ex-wife. He met her as a singer / actor. Right? But nobody else is factoring in. This is just a case right now. But nobody is factoring in social media into all of this. The play of social media. The plight. Right? So let's say Tyrese. And Tyrese one of them. Tyrese got the good looks. He's always had the body. He's always had everything that the women want. He sing. Everything. Chocolate bed. All of the women. This is what they wanted. Tall, dark, and handsome. This is what they wanted. You wanted this, right? Now he has to go out. He has a family now. You got kids and you got a family. All right, now I got to go out. I got to get this movie. Once I get this movie, I'm going to be on set for about 6 months to a year, somewhere in a whole nother location while your wife and kids over there. But guess what you're doing? From a man's brain, I'm over here. I got to do this movie. I got to make sure I provide. Got to make sure I get everything. Because this is the stability of my family. I got to make sure I get this done. Meanwhile, she at the house. This. Oh, it's a cute dress. Oh, this cute. Oh, picture, selfie. Bam. Right? Now you out here. You don't understand. From a dude standpoint, we just getting the work in. We're not thinking about any part of the job being glamorous, which it could be. A lot of the job is glamorous because you are Tyrese. But you come back home. You're not feeling respected. You're feeling overlooked. You brought the check back. You brought the bag back. Guess what that says to a dude when you don't say appreciate it, thank you, king, whatever you want to do. What happens is that's what makes the divide start. The divide starts right there. And you be like, I don't understand what happened. Like, and this is the funny thing. From Tyree's standpoint, he probably could have been like, I don't understand what happened. From the wife's standpoint, he probably like, I don't understand what happened. But everybody contributed to the divide. This stuff. Phones, cash, money, jobs. That's where the divide starts. So I think, I just appreciate Tyrese for being vulnerable enough to be on record and talk about what's going on. And he's been one of these people. I know a lot of people might say, well, he's the wrong messenger. He's the wrong messenger. I don't feel like he's the wrong messenger. I think Tyrese has been making all of these mistakes in real time. Everything that's been wrong and that may have not went all the way right with his relationship. He's done this stuff in real time. I can appreciate somebody that could do that. Cause I don't think that everybody is vulnerable enough now. I think like even now I saw a video. One of my followers on Instagram sent me a video of somebody getting shot point blank, and the woman is on the Ring doorbell asking the dude to don't do this, please don't do this, please don't do this, please don't do this. She's on the Ring doorbell. She ain't going outside because she's like I see somebody coming up. She's saying don't kill my baby. Back to back, back to back, back to back. And this is all this goes back to just being desensitized to human activity, being desensitized to it. That dude came up and the gun jammed, right? And this is a video that they sent me. The gun jammed, dude points it back at the dude again and starts to try to shoot again. He's clicking. Meanwhile, I'm like, dude could have really threw a punch or something. Like when the joint jammed, I would have threw a punch or something. But gun jam, it ended up getting unjammed, and Buddy opens up the full clip, let the whole clip out. Bam, 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 bam. Probably about 6 shots. Meanwhile, the mother of this dude is looking at the whole exchange on the Ring doorbell. The gunman knows that the mom is looking at this stuff on the Ring doorbell. He understands it. It's clear. I see exactly what's happening. Oh, okay. And for me, I'm just like, how desensitized have we gotten where life ain't even like I think back in the day, of course, there was a lot of hood street stuff that may have went down, but people wasn't shooting and just deading off people like that. Like there was a little bit of respect for life back then. Now there is no respect at all. And that's puzzling to me. So I hope that, and I group that with the Tyrese conversation just from the point of being humane again. Just be humane, because it's nasty stuff going on right here. It's nasty stuff. Let me read the chat. Hopefully y'all enjoying the show, man. Yeah, we trying to change up some stuff. Send it to me. And I got you. Yeah, we're gonna close out on some music business conversation. We're gonna close out on some music business stuff. I'm not talking about no politics. I saw that. All right, no politics. Yeah. All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna play this clip right quick, see what it is. I have never seen this, so I'm gonna play this and respond. Man. Okay, thank you. Let's see.
Here's how you register your music and collect all your royalties as a musician. The first thing you're gonna need is a digital distributor. So Symphonic, TuneCore, Ditto, DistroKid, any one of these platforms would work. So you can put your music on all the different streaming platforms and start promoting it. And that way, when people stream your music, these companies pay you for those streams. The second thing you're gonna need is a performance rights organization. So ASCAP or BMI would work. What these companies do is collect your performance royalties. So if your songs get played on radio, TV, venues, these companies will collect those royalties. The third website you're gonna need is a website called Sound Exchange. This website collects your digital performance royalties as a musician. So if your song gets played on satellite radio or Pandora, this company will collect those royalties for you and pay them out to you. The fourth website you're gonna need is a website.
All right, so I'm trying to understand why you sent me this video. It is good content. So we are okay. We can end on music business talk. We'll end on music business talk. All right. So what's going on right now? Everybody's merging. Good. I like the stuff you work on too. Oh, appreciate it, yo. Appreciate you, yo. Appreciate it. The delusionalist. What's up? Thank you. So there are a lot of mergers going on in music business, right? The reason for the mergers is because the money is drying up, y'all. The money is drying up. From the standpoint of a scalability standpoint, if you think about people that's doing music, in comparison to the people that's just doing business, just regular business, like franchisees, the people that own multiple McDonald's, the people that own multiple Chick-fil-A's, the people that own, well, the Waltons own Walmart, and you only can get stock from there. But from the people that own these companies, a company's life and stability is based off of the growth of the company, right? I don't know if y'all understand that. The sustainability of a company is based off of the life of the company. Like, and then the life of the company is based off of the growth. The growth. It's all growth. Everything is growth. So if we would go back to how things were beginning 2010, 2011, when streaming started going hard. Bam, bam. Everybody want to stream, going to stream. They originally brought streaming in to combat the idea of Napster, right? They originally brought streaming in to combat the idea of Napster. Oh, well, if y'all can stream it and y'all ripping the music anyway, y'all just burn the joint down and y'all put it on your phones with all that stuff. Well, why wouldn't we just try to come up with a service where instead of y'all burning the music, we could just go ahead and put it on a streaming platform, and then now you could just purchase the album offline. This is before streaming. You could purchase the album offline, and then you could download an MP3 and put it in your iTunes. Now you got the album forever in iTunes because you downloaded the MP3, right? That's one part of it. Then after people started to see, okay, artists aren't only putting music on iTunes, and now we got other contenders in the market that we could download music. I think Amazon was one of the first ones you could download music to. They could download music like this. We need to come up with something else that we could do where we could count the scalability. This is where the change and I think things started kind of getting a little foggy. When they put in the streaming concept for iTunes, not Apple Music, yeah, iTunes and then Apple Music. When they put in the idea of Apple Music as a streaming option, I think this is when things started to kind of get foggy, because now people would start to think, and I'm thinking about like the general masses, people would start to think, well, why would I pay for an album? Why would I pay $10.99 for an album and I have it on my iTunes when I could just stream Apple Music and have everybody's album every month, and I just pay the subscription, right? So now the company started to say, oh, they actually fell for it. They fell for it. Wow. They fell. So we ain't got to sell them no more hard copy, no more nothing. They fell for the whole okie doke. Okay, cool. What we gonna do now is just start moving in the direction of phasing out the print of CD. Because if you remember, when iTunes first started, the labels were still printing hard copy CDs. That Recovery album, no, not the Recovery album, the Bad Meets Evil album. The Bad Meets Evil album was the last album that I was on what was printed in the stores. You can go to Target, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Best Buy and buy that album on the store. Because I remember recording me going to the store to buy the album, right? A CD. So now, after that's phased out, they don't have to pay for mechanical royalties, because the breakdown was this. Everybody that's not musical, come here with me for a second, and then you'll understand why what's going on right now is weird. This is why it's weird. Back then, and when I say back then, it wasn't that long ago, probably 2010, 2011, 2012, right? Back then, if you place a song on the album and the album goes to store, now you could go in and buy the album out of the store. Or your fan base or the artist fan base could go to the store. What up, Fabian? Or the artist fan base could go to the store and buy the album. As a result of them buying the album, you get a piece of that mechanical royalties. That's called mechanical royalties. They actually had to have a mechanical machine to print the CD out. They had to have a machine to print the album cover. They had to have a machine to do the shrink wrapping and all this stuff, right? Machine, mechanical royalties. So as a result of the people going out to buy the album in the stores, us producers, us songwriters, everybody that had a piece of the album got a piece of the mechanical sale, right? We got a piece of it, as well as the performing rights to the song. Performing rights would be now the streaming and all that kind of stuff. The performing rights, right? Or if they go out and they go out and like if Eminem sung the song I produced or off of that album or the Recovery album, or the Bad Meets Evil album, if he did perform that song, I get a piece of that. Performing rights, the performing rights to the song. Now, all we got is performing and streaming. That's the only money that we got now. So now, let's go to here. And hopefully we won't start to get out of time. We still got good time, right? Got good time. All right. So now we go here. Current day. They erased the idea of mechanical royalties. How artists get paid? They say, oh, well, you gonna get paid? You just get paid off of the stream. You talking about the same stream where I got to get what is it, 500,000 streams to make $1,000. The same stream? You want me to do that? They say, yeah. You're not with it? So now that is the majority of where the money can be made. So what happened with the artists after they saw that the streaming was going hard and going crazy? They said, all right, bro, look, we can't do that. I got to sell some t-shirts. I got to sell some hats. I got to sell something because I'm not making no money off of the streams. So the label say, oh, you're not making money off the streams. Oh, you want to make money. You want to actually make money. Okay. Okay. What we could do, it's something called 360 deal. We could use 360 deal because, all right, what's this? 360 deal is going to consist of anything that you want to sell, what you want to sell. And this is what was going on in real time. For me as a creative, through this whole process, all I'm seeing is artists sell off the rights to things that's worth money, things of value. Different, just a lot of artists just selling it off, right? To get the money up front. So now the label said, okay, good. They fell for that. We got the 360 deal. They fell for the streaming. We got all this. We get money. Hey, we made it. Hey, they say, we made it. We made it, right? So now the artist is current day, 2024. Every artist that probably got signed to one of them 360 deals, hard up. A lot of them artists that got signed to the 360 deals don't even know what to do next. Or they know what to do next and they can't do it. The next option for a label is what's going to happen is this. What's going to happen now is all of the labels are going to try to figure out a way to adopt or a way to opt into the idea of direct to consumer. The idea of direct to consumer. Everybody that's not musical, if you think of direct to consumer, it's no different than a store selling t-shirts. It's no different than a store selling coffee, right? Direct to consumer is going to be this. You order this from our website and I send it to you direct, right? That's where everybody's going. Every label is going to figure out a way to get their hands in that bag. I have a merch store designer for artists. There's millions of us. Okay. All right. Dope. I got to link up with you. And I'm not just saying that. I'm dead serious. So now everybody is just trying to figure out, okay, what's next? I'm telling y'all can mark this. This is what? August 22nd, 2024. We got to put this in the books. August 22nd, 2024. What's going to happen what's up next now? What's coming up next? You're going to start seeing some of these labels like Universal. You're going to start seeing some labels like Sony, Atlantic. All these companies are going to start partnering with these companies that we use for direct to consumerism, for lack of better words. What that looks like is this. Everybody is used to putting music up on BeatStar. They used to put music up on SoundCloud. All this stuff for free. You used to doing this stuff for free. what's going to happen? All of these labels are going to either buy the direct to consumers platforms and get money from you that way, or they're going to add that into a deal where anytime you get signed, okay, we're going to sign you on with the contingency for you to make sure you sell your music personally, direct. And we're going to get a piece of it. And once you do that, we might put some type of sunset clause where and the sunset clause is the longer you're in a deal, the less we can take off the back end. Sunset clause, right? So they could have it set up on a sunset clause type of thing, but at the end of the day, artists, producers, don't think that y'all are gonna you can't get one over on the label. It's up. It's always gonna be up. Only thing you can do right now is figure out what system works for you and work the F out that system. Figure out what system works best for you. For me, I am a what you call it? I go back and forth. I like to do work with labels as far as production, as far as consultation, as far as helping them develop an artist. I like to do that type of work for the label. But when it comes to my personal content, no, that's all me. I got to do this. This is independent. Anytime you see any ad that's ran on social, that's on me. Anytime you see any clip run on social, that's on me. This studio that I'm in right now, the microphone that I'm talking to, the cameras that we got, the laptops, and that's on me. And don't nobody own it but me. And when I put these independent projects out, that's on me. The Trey Kelly album, that's gonna be on me. So this is the reason for it is this. I know the value in content. The value in content outlives life. Think about that. Think about it like that. The value in content it overshadows life by eons. Because what happens is this. Think about it like this. I'm on episode 161 on the Mad Lucrative podcast. Shouts out to me. You know what I mean? Shouts out to me. But let's say I've gotten to the point. Let's say I've gotten to the point where I'm worth as much as Oprah or Joe Rogan or a whatever. Let's say I get to that point. Steve Harvey, I get to that point. How much do you think all of my old episodes is going to be worth? How much do you think all of my catalog of music from me producing people is going to be worth? All of this stuff builds in value. So that's what eats me alive with the big companies, like the major companies that low key just get over on artists. That's what eats me alive. The fact that they don't try to relay the message of how important the music is, how important the podcast is, how important those funny little videos are worth, how important this stuff is. Because what happens is this: nobody is thinking. Now I teach AI too. A part of my course is AI, right? Nobody's thinking about this. In order for AI to be a successful AI, it has to have some type of input from outside influences. Outside influences are humans. It has to have humans to feed it. If humans don't feed the AI and for it to develop, guess what? It just stays here. It stays here forever. It might make a few little lateral moves here and there, but for the most part, it's flat. What gives it the color is the human interaction. So that's why I keep saying artists, producers, everybody that's in the content space, everybody that's making money from music, making money from content, figure out a way to use AI. AI is going to help you scale. It's going to give you scalability to the things that you want to do. Right? All right. And I got more to say. I'll talk about it we could talk about this on the post show. But anyway, this episode was brought to you by my masterclass. Masterclass is going to be August 26th to the 28th. I will be teaching production. I'll be teaching mixing and mastering, branding, artist relations, how to find a producer, how to find a manager, how to find money, all this good stuff. If you want to sign up, the link is in the bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, link is in the description. And I appreciate y'all, yo. All right. Hopefully y'all have a wonderful day. Till next week. Peace.